Hello, hello. Welcome to another Start Strong. Today we are going to be going over, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, but we're gonna be going over life insurance. We're gonna be exploring life insurance quotes and illustrations, and we're gonna understand the importance of um understanding different types of life insurance policies. Okay, so my camera is off today. It's simply because the illustrations are a little more important, and I don't want to have myself in the way of this recording. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead. All right. Okay, so I do apologize. Just to go over our disclaimer. So, this workshop is for educational purposes only and does not constitute as legal advice. The materials presented by Her Purpose Finance LLC are for informational use only. Workshop will be recorded and posted on our YouTube channel. By joining this Zoom session, you consent to the recording and agree not to pursue legal action regarding its posting. If you are uncomfortable with the recording, please do not attend. So, we will give people time to log off now. All right. About 10 more seconds. All right, those that do wish not to be recorded should have logged off by now. Um, if you are still on, again, you waive that right. Only registered participants are allowed on the call. Unregistered attendees waive their rights to this confidentiality. So let's go ahead and continue with the Zoom. All right. The presentation overview today is types of insurance and illustrations. All right. So today we're going to go over IULs. I'm going to do probably like 3 different ages. I'm going to do adolescent, um, adult, teen to adult, and then I'm going to do older simply because all this is going to be under a Jane Doe, John Doe. Um, but I'm going to do different quotes to show you guys the age gap and the premiums regarding each age gap because insurance does go up as we age. So first we're going to go over index life insurance policy or index universal life insurance policy, excuse me, term insurance, and final expense policies. All right. All right. So first, we're going to go over IULs or index universal life insurance policies. Okay. We're going to stop my share and going to get ready to open up Nationwide's index universal life insurance policy. All right. So let me get back to Zoom so I can share my screen. Sorry for all the going around and things of that nature. Okay, so you guys should see my screen. Um, Again, this is through Nationwide. I'm gonna do two different companies, just to show the flexibility and things that we are able to get. So this plan, we're going to do nationwide index universal life insurance accumulator. So the IUL. Let's do this. All right, so we are in Wisconsin, right? So the state we're going to choose is Wisconsin. And then a false person. So we're going to do Jane Doe. And Jane Doe is a female, all right? Because there is a difference between female insurance and male insurance. So we're going to do her birthday as no, we're just gonna put in a birthday. So let's choose birthday 1/1/2024. Oops. All right, 2025. All right, so clearly this is a juvenile policy because this child is of 0 age. Now, if you know anything about life insurance, you can get life insurance for a child up to 14 or by the time they reach 14 days old or 2 weeks on this earth, you can open up a life insurance policy. That's why I was able to put 1/1/25 because it's only the 22nd. So this hypothetical Jane Doe is 22 days old here or 21 days old. Nevertheless, non-tobacco smoking, they are a child. So we want to say for a child, for IUL, the lowest you can go with Nationwide is a $250 life insurance policy. You can always go up, but nothing really under $250,000. Okay. We want this policy to increase over time, right? And we want the policy to be paid up by age 70. All right. So they're going to pay it from now to age 70. Okay. So that means they're going to stop paying this policy at age 70. All right. We want to pay our premiums monthly, and there's no lump sum that we want to add to this premium. The MEC, that is the amount that you can, because with index universal life insurance policies, you are able to put more money in. You can overload it. However, you'll see with the MEC that you cannot go over a certain amount per year, because if you go over that amount, it will be it will fall under like tax issues, and you could be taxed for uh money going into this account. Okay. So, all right. And the MEC is modified endowment contract. So that's what it is. I had to Google it because I continue to forget. But it is the modified endowment contract means that the policy has been overloaded with premiums beyond the IRS limits, causing it to lose favorable tax treatment on withdrawals and incurred penalties when access before age 59. So again, that if you go over the modified endowment contract, it will be subject to tax penalties. All right, so we're going to go to interest rate and income because we have to have these funds allocated into a stock. And this means that it's just going to go up based on the stock. Um, this is how the money increases over time. Once I press calculate, everything will make sense. But we're going to go JP Morgan Mercury. Okay, so we're going to go into 50/50, the JP Morgan Mercury as well as the global H factor. Okay, so those are the two premium allocations. Riders, this is important. So, because this is a juvenile, there are certain riders that we want to add to this, and it's long-term care because with a juvenile, you never know if they're going to have long-term issues or long-term care needs in the long run. They're 14 days old. You just want to be safe, okay? Then you have an accidental benefit or the ADB. So if anything happens accidental that we can get this money right away or have extra funds delivered, okay? So we want this rider still non-tobacco smoking. And how much addition do we want for the accidental benefit? Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and press calculate. Wait, risk class, not preferred. Oh, standard non-tobacco, I'm sorry. All right, calculate. Okay, in order to have long-term care, the person has to be 21, and for the accidental benefit, they must be between the age of 5 to 65. So we have to take off those riders, unfortunately, but it is okay because they can add them on later. All right, later on in life when they reach those ages. So let's just take them off. All right, now we can calculate. Excuse me. All right, so with this initial premium, we're going to look down here because this is very important. The total face amount is 250,000. That's how much the death benefit is outside of any accumulations that it does over the years. That is the death benefit. The premium that they're going to have to pay until 75 is $58. So the younger you are, the cheaper it is. It seems a little pricey because these are index universal life insurance policies. So they do accumulate money pretty quickly. And you'll see that as you age, the premium will go drastically higher. So, it's best to get index universal life insurance policies while you are still young. So, the MEC that we were talking about, apparently this doesn't have one. Oh no, here it is. The target premium. So you cannot give this over this amount in a year. If you literally go over to 1,092.81, you are gonna be held liable for tax. Okay? Now, let's go to this the tabular non-guaranteed. This is how much it will accumulate cash value as time goes on. And I'm also going to show you why index universal life insurance policies are my favorite. All right. So again, this is an increasing policy meaning the funds increase over time. All right. So here you see, well, let's go. I like the grid. Right. All right, so here you see the first year. Contingent if the child passes the contestability period. So between the age of, I'm going to say 3 and 5, the policy would have only gone up $236. Because remember, after a certain period, because a child has to live at least 2 years for the policy to receive cash or the death benefit, because it's something called a contestability period, and that means after the policy is enforced, the insurance company has 2 years to contest anything put on an application. All right. So that's why I'm going to tell you about the insurance from 3 to 5. All right. From ages 3 to 5, after paying all your premiums and passing the contestability period, the child would receive $250,000 and it only accumulated $236. All right. Now, let's see. By the time the child is 34, if you're just putting in at $58, the child would have $273,000, 692. All right. By the age of 70, when the child stops adding money, they will be close to $500,000. By this point, they would stop putting in money, but now the policy would take care of itself. All right. So it would still go up because of the fact that we're playing against the high par JP Morgan and then the global index. But now we're no longer putting in money. So if the child wants to take out funds, they're literally going to be living off of their life insurance policy by the time they stop paying it at 70. So the surrender policy at 70 would be $189,626, but the death benefit if they pass on would be $439,626, and it'll keep going up with the death benefit. However, they have all this to live off of until they pass on. Now, I do want to put that you see the life insurance policy starts going down, and that's because the policy is taking care of itself. So the longest person, the reason why this ages out at 120 is because this is the um, longest a person has ever lived in, history. So they go off the oldest living person. And then you'll see this start to go down. All right. And this is starting to go down because, like I said, you stop paying the premiums at 70, but now, um, you would get this death benefit if you pass on, but now you're living off of this. Okay. So your child would be set, honestly, even if they choose to live off of it. 100,000, is not a lot. But if they use it sparingly and they have other things set up, other policies set up, it is definitely a workable thing. Remember, you always can add money to a policy such as this, but again, starting a policy when a child is 14 days old, especially a index universal life insurance policy, is like a goal. Okay. I did get my children, like I said in the previous video, a policy opened, but I did not know about index universal life insurance policies. So I didn't get them this one. I wish I did. They have a Gerber life insurance, a whole life insurance policy, but the details and everything is a little different. It's set up different because it's not an index universal life insurance policy. So yeah. And because my children are now older, things are totally changing and prices are changing. So let's do another one. I'm going to go back to case design and I'm going to age this person up a little bit. I'm going to do the insured at 03, 22 years old. All right. So 22 years old, you have seen that the death benefit is still the same, but now the premium is more for a 22-year-old female. All right. Same thing. You keep it for 2 years. Now we have to pay attention to this because now they starting the policy at 23. So they have to keep it for 23 or for 2 years, the contestability period. So we're going to start it at 25. Saying that nothing happens, and you see that their death benefit is going up a little higher simply because they're paying more in a premium. But you see it goes up. And again, this person is going to stop paying it at 70 years old. I want you to really see the difference. Okay. Excuse me, I passed 70 up. All right. Stop paying it at 70 years old. And death benefit is $433,122. The surrender is $183. The great thing about this is the policy does not lapse. That's what you really want to pay attention to. The policy, if it lapsed at all. Oh, wait. Nope. It lapsed at 91. So now you're going to have to add more. So remember we said that you can always add more to the policy, but you cannot go over the targeted premium, which is 100 or $1,420.65. I would try to add every year, at the end of the year, possibly, an additional $500, just so when this person hits age 91, if they live past that, they will not lose their insurance. Okay? So, yeah. So you do have to add more. Now, let's do a male, because I want to show you how it's different. So it's 103 for a female. Let's do male, because it is always different. The reason why it is different is because it is assumed that females live longer than males. All right. So you see that this went up a little, well, $20 now, or $19 because of the fact that this is male. So let's go back to seeing when this policy lapsed. And now, rather than lapsing at 91, it lapsed at 89. So you do have to top load this. The money that you can add kind of went up. So always try to add a little more to this. The minimum monthly premium is $66. So I would try to add up to $66 or more at the end of every year. They want you to add $66 more a month so it doesn't lapse. But if you can't afford to add that a month, try to add, I don't know, $150 a year. Uh or even more, $500, because it's going to lapse. But a person might not live past 89. Who knows? However, if they do, if they are healthy, you have to add more to this insurance policy or they're going to lose it at 89. And not only do they get nothing, but there's no death benefit to give to the beneficiary. Okay? All right. So let's do this for, because the same rules apply with all of these policies. I just want to show you the different age groups. Oops, I didn't change the name to John. Okay, so let's do a person born, let's say you get your insurance at 19. $50. Okay, now look how much it's going to cost. A premium is $700 a month. That's wild. Okay. And even with paying $700 a month, it's still going to lapse at 94. So it's best to get your insurance young. And honestly, if you are aging and you are getting insurance over the age of 50, the best possible life insurance you could probably get, and this is outside of terminal illness, is term insurance policies and final expenses, because you're going to be paying a nice premium, but at the same time, it's not going to be a $700 premium. I tell people to get IUL policies for individuals who are children. I wouldn't not suggest somebody get it over the age of, I'm gonna say about 15, because you're gonna be going into the $100 policies, but or $100 premiums, but the younger the better for IULs. All right. So let's look at a term plan. Add a plan, new business. Same client. Oops, oops, oops. 1 second. Sorry. Actually, what do we have next? Okay, term insurance. So this is next. Back to it. All right, 30-year term policy. All right, let's do the 30-year plan. Okay. So, a person getting this policy at age 50, they are standard non-tobacco. Face amount monthly. We're going to change their face amount. Actually, we're going to solve for the premium, monthly premium. And we are going to say, oh wait, Wisconsin, Jane, Doe, female. Once. All right, we want to say that we only want to pay $100 per month. All right, so this is a 30-year term policy for a person who is getting insurance at the age of 50, non-smoker. The death benefit is $216,177 at a term base of $100 a month for 30 years. Okay. So with a term policy, because we're giving $100 for the premium, it's going to look like this. So you're giving $1,200 a year. The money does not increase because for 30 years you're going to be paying the same premiums. So it doesn't increase at all. But that's what a term policy is. It is a consistent premium for a period of time. Only thing about term insurance is you if you if you live past the term, the 30-year term, unfortunately, all the money you have put in is the policy is no longer null and void. So you have to die within the term. If not, you just gave money. All right. So that is what that is with the term policy. It's pretty much the same with both male and female. The only difference is that it might be a little more costly for a male. But same thing with insurance. It goes up based on gender, and it can go up, or it does go up based on age. So term policies are more beneficial to those who don't want to pay that much, but you're literally putting your lifespan within a span of 30 years or whatever a term policy length is. But once that term policy is out, if you do not die within that period, unfortunately, you get nothing. So there's not much you can say about a term policy other than that. All right. Now, let's look at final expense policies with different companies. All right. So I'm going to look. Oh, crap. 1 second. I have to stop sharing. Okay. Uh, ooh, I wanna go. One second, I do apologize. Okay, so the next is our final expense policy. So while I get that up, no, I'm gonna go through Transamerica. You know what? I want to show you something. All right, so this is a policy with this place called Everest. All right. And I'm gonna show you why I like Everest. All right, so um we're not let's watch this video.
Everest is the first nationwide funeral planning and concierge service. We're an independent advocate for consumers that have to deal with a funeral. Everest services are divided into two parts. One is planning ahead, and the other is help at the time of need. In the planning ahead area, we have 24/7 advisors who are ready to help you around the clock with any kind of funeral planning questions or ideas that you might have.
So whether you're in Korea or in India, wherever you are in the world, you pick up the phone, you're talking to a live person immediately. Pricefinder shows all the prices for every funeral home across North America. Pricefinder is something you should be bringing with you to every single appointment. The Pricefinder database can't be found anywhere else in the world. You can't go online and just Google out the prices for different funeral homes across North America. And it's difficult to price shop at funeral homes because they'll have the same product but change the name. It's almost impossible to know the different prices. But guess what? At Everest, we do.
We also have Tenzing, which is a secure data vault for storing all of your wishes and your important papers.
The online planning tools are also very unique in the industry. These tools allow you to plan out your funeral from A to Z. There's a lady that bought our program, Shelley Bixby. She found the online planning tools more helpful than anything that she'd been able to do in her prior career. The reason I bought Everest, the reason I believe in Everest is I've been in the situation where I've lost a loved one, and if I could have picked up the phone and called someone and they could have taken over and helped me through that difficult time, that would have been everything. But in addition to that, they're able to research, shop, and negotiate on your behalf and save families thousands of dollars.
What we're most
Okay. So that's just the snippet of what I wanted you guys to see. And I really want you to see that with Everest. So I'm going to go to Price Finder. Log in. All right, so I live in 53216 Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it's going to show you the funeral home. You can pick up to 8. So this is near me. Paradise. Okay. So search. All right, create report. So this is a wonderful tool that I like. It takes all the funeral homes that I chose within the vicinity, and then it tells you how much each service is going to be. So when you go to Everest, you would know how much your insurance policy should be. They go up to, I believe, 50,000. But it tells you how much you need to run a complete funeral service. All right. So it looks like Serenity is the lowest for services. So you would need a budget of up to $500 shy of 1,000 or 10,000. Um, this is just a few hundred more, but then you see that these are a little pricey, okay? And it keeps you from going and being overcharged. That's what I'm going to say. It keeps you from being overcharged. So that's why I love Everest. I like the things that they offer. And again, with this service, you do get concierge. We see that Paradise Memorial is the most expensive, okay? So again, you can look at anything within your area, or if you're having a funeral service in a different city, you can see all the services they have available and how much you would have to have a total budget of. So I like that. Oh wait, no, the most expensive is Krause Funeral Home. You need almost 20,000 to run a nice funeral service. So let's go back. Yeah, let's go back and show you their, oops, excuse me. Their support services. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for this page. All right, so life insurance toolkit. They have Advantage for 50 plus. These are the flow charts for ages 0 to 49. Oh, excuse me, the quote sheet. That's what I'm looking for. So, these are the quote sheets. So, a non-smoking male, the way they use this chart is they see how much you want and then go with the age. So, $50,000 for a child that's 0 to age 10 is 58,000 or $58 a month for 50,000. And then so on and so forth. If an individual is 36 for 50,000, non-smoker, the cost is 106. All right. And you just use that chart to keep up with that stuff. Now, again, it gets pretty pricey when you are older. Okay. It's the wrong thing. Quote sheet 50 to 85. So non-smoking male, $50,000, age 50 is $156 a month. Okay. And these are guaranteed benefits. So as soon as you are notified that a person has passed away, you are entitled to the full 50,000. And you get the concierge service, you get everything, but you are able to get the full 50,000. All right. So that is a great thing about that. Now, let's look at female. Female non-smoker, age 50, 130 for $50,000. Okay. And again, this is direct payment as soon as an individual is notified. And this is not a term policy, you guys. This is the final expense plan. So these policies are small because they are literally used to pay funeral costs and final expenses, things of that nature. Now, you can go through other people like Transamerica and Nationwide for these final expense policies, but unfortunately with them, they do go through an underwriting process and there is a approval and denial policy or process, as opposed to Everest. It's guarantee issue and there is no underwriting process, so there is no denials. You get what you pay for and that's it. But with the other companies, you could get more, however you may be denied at a certain thing, and they're a little more pricey. So they do now offer final expense policies now. So with that being said, I want to say thank you for watching. This was the conclusion of the slides for our understanding the different types of insurance. Again, you can definitely call me. I will put my website up so you can have the information, but I'm always a click away to get this information to you, because this is what you need to understand. Like, I can always give way more information on here. But again, it's Her Purpose Finance, and then you have all these to go to. I have my phone number available. Let's go get it. Let's go to the digital newsletter. So the phone number is available on our digital newsletter. All right, it is 1-800-554-4116. That is a real number. You can email me at support@herpurposefinance.com, or you can just go to the website and just figure out what service you need. I will be ending credit repair in April of this year, but we have prescribed credit repair services. So only some things need to be removed. Debt consolidation, home loan, all these things are available. And again, we will be putting this recording on our YouTube channel, but please, please reach out because I am so willing to educate people. It's not even funny. I just want everybody to live financially free and flourish. So, again, her name is Satara Robinson of Her Purpose Finance, where your financial freedom is more than just a goal, it is my purpose, our purpose. And you guys have a blessed rest of the day. See you later. Goodbye.